Hello, my viewers and followers. I'm so glad that you turned back in for another video. I hope you've been doing well. Winter is kind of probably getting old where you are, at least for me it is. I always feel a little pale, and I still go outside every day no matter what weather we have, because we have a dog and she just needs to go outside anyway. And I truly believe in this, that, you know, walking outside a day, 30 minutes at least a day is really necessary. The fresh air, just even if it's cold or not nice, like today it was raining nonstop and I was all soaking wet through, but it's all worth it because you feel so much better and so much more refreshed. And I believe, go out in nature where you don't meet anybody. You don't have to, even if you don't feel well, you can still go somewhere in the forest where there's no one. And then you get your fresh air and, just getting a change of scenery. So I don't know where you are, but we're in a lockdown, full lockdown since November, and it's kind of really getting old. Not going anywhere, not for a few weeks, but I mean, since November, that's a long time now. So I find it really refreshing to go outside every single day. And today I'm going to answer a question that some of you ask, and it is about peace. And I think we all want and need more peace in our life. So the question, I have written it down here, and then I have some notes on my phone. So the question was, what is the peace of the world versus the peace of Jesus? Like Jesus promised he would leave peace. And then if Jesus' peace is greater, shouldn't we live in this peace daily and basically experience that peace daily? And that's a really, really, really good question. So let's first go into the scripture where actually Jesus was talking about this peace, and you find it in John 14, as I've written it down. Still in the Old Testament. Now we're getting there. St. John 14. Page won't turn. There, 27, I believe. So, Jesus said, "Peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, do I give unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, nor let it be afraid." So then he continues, "You have heard that I said to you, I go away and come unto you. If you love me, you would indeed be glad, because I go to the Father, for the Father is greater than I. And now I have told you before it come to pass, that when it shall come to pass you may believe. I will not now speak many things with you, for the prince of this world cometh, and in me he has not anything, but that the world may know that I love the Father, and as the Father has given me commandment, so do I. Arise, let go us hence." So, peace I leave with you, my peace I will give unto you. Not as the world giveth, do I give unto you. How does the world give peace? We wish from the world to have peace, and that is an external peace. So we want to have good circumstances. We want everything to work out. We want, people to be nice to us, everything kind of going smoothly. This is what the world kind of peace is. It is from the outside, and when everything is fine outside and you don't have any trouble, I don't know when that is supposed to happen, but because we all experience daily troubles, right? But this is kind of like the peace that you crave. It's the peace of the world. where it seems like everything's peaceful and harmonious around you. And then of course it is easy to feel good, to have peace, to be happy, to be glad. That is not the peace that Jesus wants to give to us. And so it's also a question, how do we gain that peace that Jesus gives to us? Because we cannot expect it through the externals. Jesus' peace is a peace of the heart. And we have seen it, so many saints have shown it. The martyrs, the first century, where they were just put into the Colosseum and, you know, lines were like chasing them, or they had to really stand up for their faith, and they were persecuted and even put to death for their faith. But they had peace. As you notice, there's a cut. Somebody just called me on my phone, and I'm filming with my phone, so I had to like cut the video, and now I have to continue. So we talked about the saints that had peace and that were actually joyful to die for the peace. How can that be? I mean, that is a different peace, because they obviously didn't experience the peace of the world. So the surroundings and the peace that they experiences came from the heart, came from God. So it's really, really, really different. And why do we not experience this daily? Yeah, we should experience this daily. And I always have to think of this. So remember, there was this Bible story where Jesus was walking on the water, and there was a great storm, and the apostles really got scared because they saw Jesus, but they thought he was a ghost. And then as he came closer, Peter said, "Oh, can I come too? Can I walk on the water too?" And Jesus said, "Come." And Peter stepped out of the boat, and he looked at Jesus, and everything was fine, and he could stand up on the water. But then as soon as he looked onto trouble, and the waves came and the wind blew, he started to sink. He lost, obviously, his peace. He lost his faith. He lost his focus on God. So I believe if we're focused on the troubles around us, if we're not focused on the solution, which is God and Jesus himself, then we lose our peace. Now, of course, we need to kind of be informed of what is going on in the world, and, you know, we take up all the info, but one of the things is there's a difference of informing yourself and getting the world news or whatever is going on, and having it on all the time, non-stop, 24/7, having it in the background, maybe the TV on all the time with the news, and there's hardly ever good news, isn't there? So if we take up in all the negative stuff and the problems, and we hear that non-stop, then what is our mind full of? Of course, the trouble. So it's good to get informed. But for example, I wouldn't recommend that first thing in the morning, and I really wouldn't recommend that last thing before you go to bed to watch the news one more time. It's really not a good idea, because trouble, if we go with that kind of mind into bed, then we're going to process that in our sleep, and we won't sleep good. First thing in the morning, it might not be good to have bad news, because then you walk around with that kind of feeling to start in the day all day. So I really don't recommend that. So your focus on God and Jesus should be greater than the focus on the troubles. So how much time do we spend with God? How much time do we really connect with the peace and with Jesus and God himself? Probably pretty much all of us, not enough. So we're way too focused on our life, our troubles, and way too little on the solution, which is Jesus himself. And this is his peace he will give unto us. How do we get it? Well, when we focus on him, just like as Peter looked around and saw all these troubles, he started to think. His mind is